Okay, it's 5:46 PM and we're calling this public planning meeting to order. And looking for any declaration of interest or general nature thereof. Does anybody have an interest to declare at this point in time? Seeing none, go forward with the purpose of the meeting, which is 3.1 D14 2022-010-81 Old River Road, Hopkins. So we'll ask the planner to come to the podium and give us a quick synopsis and then be able to ask some questions. Oh, sorry, I forgot to read you've got time. I have to read my public planning meeting thing. I should know that by now. Personal information collected at this public hearing is collected under the authority of the Planning Act and will be used to assist in making a decision on this matter. All names, addresses, opinions, and comments are collected and form part of the minutes which are available to the public. Questions regarding this collection should be forwarded to the Director of Planning. The purpose of public meetings is to present planning applications in a public forum as required by the Planning Act. Following presentations by applicant or staff, council members will have an opportunity to ask questions for clarification or further information. The meeting will then be open to the public for comments and questions. When you speak, please provide your name and address for the recording of the minutes. All comments should be directed to myself, the chair of the meeting. The applicant will be provided the opportunity to address public questions once all members of the public have made their submissions. For the applications being presented tonight, a report and recommendation are being presented to council. Following a council decision, notice will be circulated in accordance with the Planning Act. If a person or public body would have an ability to appeal the decision of council to the Ontario Land Tribunal, but the person or public body does not make oral submissions at a public meeting or make written submissions to the township before the bylaw is passed, the person or public body is not entitled to appeal the decision. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. So this application is this public meeting is with respect to an application for zoning bylaw amendment for 81 Old River Road. On the screen, I'm showing the zoning, so it's a little different here because the actual property spans two different zoning maps. So this is the subject property and this is the subject property. The existing property is split zone tourist, commercial, and commercial recreation. The application being presented this evening is to rezone the property to a rural zone. The property is developed with a single family residence and the owner wishes to do some improvements to the property. It came to light through reviewing the site based on the improvements that it was split zoned and needed to be rezoned to reflect the actual use. Notice for this meeting was advertised in accordance with the Planning Act. So mail was sent out to all property owners within 120 meters of the property, as well as signage being posted on the lot. There's been no inquiries or public input received with respect to this notification. And as noted in the preamble, this is in front of the council this evening for a recommendation to rezone it to a rural property. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And I note that the applicant is also in the room.
Wonderful. Thank you, Madam Planner. Questions for the planner or the applicant? Go ahead, Councillor Maybe, and then Councillor Fody.
Thank you, Your Worship, and through you. I'm just wondering if there's any history of why it was zoned the way it was previously.
From what we've been able to find, no. It looks like it happened when the zoning was amended through the new comprehensive zoning bylaw, that the property in the original bylaw back in, I can't remember which township this was, sorry, but
It's the Escott.
Escott, yes, sorry. In Escott, it was zoned as rural. And then when the new comprehensive zoning bylaw was approved in 2007, it appears that it was split zoned.
Okay, thank you.
Councillor Fody.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Your Worship. Through you, Councillor maybe asked my question and I heard the answer. Thank you.
And I call it Escott. So that means that I've grown up here and don't know any better, obviously. So are there any other comments or questions? Madam Clerk, are there any virtual participants that I need to recognize? No virtual participants. Well, that makes it somewhat simple. Seeing there's no comments or questions, I think the report is fairly well written and straightforward. So we will move forward with number 4 on the agenda, which is adjournment. Moved by Councillor Grell, seconded by Councillor Maybe, that the public meeting adjourn at 5:51. All those in favor, please signify. All those opposed, and we're carried.